A viewer asked me to test LEAPS on TQQQ, the triple-leveraged QQQ ETF. I couldn't get TQQQ options data, but I did test 32 different QQQ LEAPS configurations over 12 years. Every single one was profitable. The best returned 169% with a profit factor of 5.22, but the win rate was only 57%. Here's how that math works. LEAPS are long-term options with at least 6 months to expiration. I tested buying call LEAPS on QQQ at 4 delta levels, 0.30, 0.50, 0.70, and 0.90. That ranges from deep out of the money to deep in the money. Expiration between 180 and 365 days. I tested 4 exit strategies. Hold to expiration, take profit at 50%, 100%, and 200%. That gives us 32 total configurations across 144 trades each. The headline: all 32 configurations made money. Every delta, every exit strategy, every single one. But the returns varied massively. Delta, 0.30 hold to expiration, returned 169% with a profit factor of 5.22. Delta 0.90 with a 50% profit target returned only 28%. That's a 6 times difference depending on your configuration. Lower delta means cheaper options further from the money. When QQQ rallies, those cheap options explode in value. Delta 0.30 had a 57% win rate, but the winners were huge. Delta 0.90 had a 78% win rate, but the winners were small because you paid more up front. This is the classic leverage trade-off. More leverage equals bigger wins and bigger losses. At Delta 0.30, you're paying maybe $5 for a LEAPS call. If QQQ moves 10%, that option might triple. At Delta 0.90, you're paying $40. The same 10% move gives you maybe a 30% gain. Profit targets cut, returns roughly in half compared to holding to expiration. The 50% profit target locked in gains early but missed the home runs. The 200% target captured most of the upside while still protecting against reversals. For LEAPS specifically, holding to expiration worked best because you're giving the trade the maximum time to work. Time is the whole point of LEAPS. Now the viewer's original question. What about TQQQ? TQQQ is triple-leveraged QQQ. Over the 102 days of available data, QQQ lost 3.8%. TQQQ lost 17.5% with a 33% max drawdown. 3 times the leverage, 3 times the pain. If you bought LEAPS on a triple-leveraged ETF, you're adding options leverage on top of ETF leverage. In a bull market, that's rocket fuel. In a bear market, it's gasoline on a fire. The data suggests sticking with QQQ LEAPS at Delta 0.30 to 0.50. You get plenty of leverage without the triple leverage decay. QQQ LEAPS are one of the most consistently profitable strategies I've tested. All 32 configs made money over 12 years. The sweet spot is Delta 0.30 to 0.50, hold to expiration, or use a 200% profit target. Win rates are lower than selling premium, but the winners more than compensate. The key requirement is patience. You need 6 to 12 months per trade. This isn't a strategy for people who check their portfolio every day. Thanks to the viewer who requested this. If you have a strategy you want tested, drop it in the comments. Subscribe for more data-driven breakdowns. Data doesn't lie.